Hi, my name is Cindi Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
No, Maisie.
She's taking a nap.
We actually tried.
We tried. It isn't gonna work.
So sleepy. But you'll see her tonight.
Yes.
So if I don't imagine anymore that on FabriChat we have new people. Do you think? If you just sort of like ventured in and wanted to see what this was, it's we are a mother-daughter duo. We also have Brianna's little 8-month-old third child that hangs out here with us. We've had a quilt shop here in Central Washington State and it's early for her. Central Washington State for almost 24 years. It'll be 24 years on October 1st.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, for a really, really long time. And we started doing YouTube stuff back during the pandemic. So we started kind of, doing some live Q&A things. And then we started, this is new fabric that came in. Let us show you this technique. And I don't know. So now we have, I don't know, I'm not sure the number, but I think there's only over 450 tutorials and classes and things on YouTube on our channel. And then we do a box opening every Wednesday night at 5, so tonight, and every Sunday afternoon at 12:30.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple of other things that are coming up. We have a newsletter that we put out.
It went out on the 1st. Was that Saturday? Was that
Friday.
Friday?
Friday was the 1st. Yeah, Friday was the 1st. And we're going to start doing it every other week, right?
Yeah,
we're going to start doing 2.
Just little smaller ones.
Yeah, and they're quick. Just a couple little things about things that are going on, which is kind of nice. And so, because I have a couple things to some specific dates that we want to give you with some links, because we have some things going on, which we'll tell you more about at the end here. But one thing I want to mention is we are going to do the live YouTube. We don't do a lot of live YouTubes, but we did one about a month ago, right? On
Yeah,
Monday.
I think so.
We thought it would just be kind of fun.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, on Mondays, we're just filling orders, and so there's a bunch of us here, and we're cutting fabric and hanging out, and Tracy's here doing all of her shipping, and we went live just for an hour, and it was kind of fun because then you guys would say, hey, what about this? And hey, can you show me that? And so it was really, really nice because otherwise I have to remember in the comments when I talk to you guys what I'm supposed to remember to, to show at some point. So anyway, next Monday, which is I think the 11th.
I think so. I think that's right.
The 11th. 9 a.m. Pacific time. You're still tired.
I don't even know.
Mother of 3.
You mean that. But, besides that, I don't know.
And you don't drink coffee.
No, I mean,
good for you.
I have been more recent because I feel like it's better than probably, like, pop, but I don't know.
What do you drink that's caffeinated? Do you drink?
Not very much. Pop sometimes. Or I'll stop and get, like, a Red Bull at the barista stand, but...
Oh, that stuff is dangerous.
I know. All of that is bad, so I usually just yawn. Just,
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, so Monday, if she's awake at 9 a.m.
Well, I don't have to go to school, so I'll eventually be here. Who knows what I'm going to look like, but I might still be in pajamas.
It's okay. You won't be in pajamas.
No, I will.
I always get slippers.
I always get dressed, yeah. But,
yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so that's coming up this next Monday.
That'd be fun.
Do a live, and it's fun too because then Maisie has her little area where she's out there.
We'll have to be chasing her because she is
crawling.
She's pretty fast, especially if she's motivated to get somewhere. Because right now Wyatt and Harper have this thing where they fight over the remote control. Oh. They have figured out which one is the Netflix button. And then they know they're the yellow square or whatever, because there's a Robert square, me square, and a kid square, and it's yellow. And so they will fight over who gets the remote. They've lost a couple times, and it's like, whatever, I guess there's no TV until we find the remote, and then it magically appears in someone's bedroom. But whatever. So if it's out on the floor or whatever, where someone, Maisie books it. Like, this girl is, like, cruising, dead forward.
To get.
And she gets it, she's, and then she'll, like, hit buttons, of course, because that's what babies do. And then I think she does it for a reaction, because if the TV goes off, it's pause or fast forward. There's, of course, a big, who has the remote? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? It's like, Maisie has it. Oh. And then, of course, Maisie just gets to have it, so you have to go do something else until she's done with it.
can't believe how good they are with her.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're so good with her. Their anniversary, 8th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And so Friday night, you and Robert went out to dinner.
Yeah.
And I got to have the kids. And it was really, really fun because she's kissing now. I mean, like purposefully, like holds
baby
your face
smooches.
and, comes in for a kiss, which was super fun. So we were kissing. And what was really sweet is then Harper says, "Oh, it's my turn, I want kisses." And then Wyatt, "Oh, it's my turn, it's my turn for kisses." And I thought, oh, that's just so sweet. I just don't think you often see that,
Yeah,
it's like,
they get
ew,
along.
get her away from me. Ew, her hands are sticky.
Yeah, no, they don't even care.
No, they totally don't care.
They get in more trouble for being distracting when she's supposed to be eating, or all of those things that you shouldn't be in trouble for. That's bad.
They want to make her laugh.
Yes, and they do really, really good. There's nothing. They do super good. And even when, the cousins were over this weekend, just hanging out, Eliza loves her, dotes over her. Aurora is probably the least interested. But she's the baby of their family, so I could see where she has no interest. Orion loves her.
Yes.
Orion
was that way, though,
with Aurora. Just sits there, does whatever. And I always thought, no, she has to sit on her own. She don't sit on her lap, because if she tips over because she wants to go somewhere, she will bonk and she'll cry. That's her biggest thing. And it's funny watching him because he gets so excited. We just want to squeeze something. And so I have to watch him because he gets so excited. In a good way. I mean, he's never going to hurt her on purpose or anything. But it's funny that he'll give her a hug. And she's, of course, ready to scream. Because too much. Baby has a bubble. It's all right, just give her a minute. Take a little lap. Come back. She'll be fine. Find a different toy. Yeah.
He's adorable.
But they do, I think all of them do really good, because she'll be the youngest she's the 10th grandbaby on Robert's side, and she's the baby. Everyone else is done having babies, so she's definitely spoiled.
Gonna be doted after, which is why she's so loud. Oh, she's loud.
Right, she gets away with it. She can have anything she wants.
There's a sound that she makes now that is super, super fun, and we have to find this video for you, because there is this video. It's still on my video feed in my phone, and every once in a while I come across it and I have to watch it. You can't watch it just once. It's the funniest thing, and it's of Harper. And Harper was, the serial killer.
Yeah, probably a year and a half.
Year and a half old. I would think about a year and a half old. So, Cereal, Cereal, serial killer. Mm-hmm. Robert has a serial killer tattoo, which it's spelled correctly. It has 2 spoons, and
everybody takes everybody a double take. It's no, read it again.
No. It's my daughter. But it's funny because she will be 5 in November, and still her favorite thing. Whenever you ask her, "What do you want for lunch? What do you want for dinner?" Cereal. Yep. Cereal. What kind? And she'll go to the cereal cupboard. What do you have?
Yeah. She really doesn't care. It could be Cheerios.
Doesn't matter.
It could be Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
She'll eat anything as long as it has a
cold
spoon
cereal
and milk.
Yeah, she loves cereal, and always has. And so it used to be, for dinner, cereal for dinner. So anyway, the video, you're gonna put it at the end.
I'll put it at the very end so you can see it.
This particular night, whatever it was, for some reason was it cereal for dinner, or was it
doing
cereal dessert?
We were doing cereal for dinner that one night. We don't usually do it. They usually have to eat real food, and she was just best day of her life ever. Cereal for dinner.
And this sound that she makes, you'll hear it, this sound.
Maisie makes that
exact sound. The first time I heard it was a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh my gosh, I know that sound. And she says it a lot. And she uses it in the same context.
It's super excited. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
you'll recognize the sound from Maisie, but Harper started it.
Oh, yeah, really, really
I'll put it at the end for you.
And it's fun, too, for you guys to see how much they look alike.
Oh, my gosh.
Same color hair.
So do.
Super, super similar.
Yeah.
Anyway, super
The only thing I think that would be the difference, I kind of think Maisie's hair will be curly. Because her front little is out every time. Because she took a bath last night, and everything's all curly, it's all wavy in the back. So it might be curly. I can't quite tell. There's not quite enough there. And it's really
and it
thin.
could be, because Harper's hair was a little bit curlier when it was short.
When it was shorter, yeah. So I think
maybe
hers, if I were to
is
cut
length.
her hair, I think it would be definitely at the ends. It would be curly.
Yeah.
But hers is just super straight. But her hair is long. It's
Her hair
almost
is
her butt.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants to go get it cut, and I figure we should go get it trimmed up.
Get it trimmed up and
Yeah.
get it fixed. Speaking of curly hair, did you notice?
I do. I like it. I like it when you wear it like that.
Tracy, amongst her other massive number of talents, she is a hairdresser. We were thinking that we should do this more often. It was kind of fun, and have like a, sip and snip or something. Have everybody come over, because she does this for some of the people in. So
Yeah.
like she'll go over to Deb's house or go over to Elena's house, and then they have friends that come over and they just have like the little tip jar, because of course Tracy won't take any money for it. And then they all take turns and they have wine and snacks and get a little trim.
It's pretty fun.
I know,
Yeah.
we should do that, because it was really, really fun. And I thought, I could do snacks and we could do wine, and that would be kind of fun just to go a little trim. But anyway, so she took quite a bit off, which was really good. But it's kind of fun because then she changed the layers just a tiny bit, because my hair is naturally curly. This is just what it looks like when I do nothing with it. And I think it's curlier, don't you think?
Yeah.
Because it's a little shorter.
Yeah, and not so heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was kind of nice. So she did that, and thank you, Tracy, for that. And we'll have to have we'll definitely have to have a little
A sip and snip. Harper would love if Tracy got
snip.
to cut her hair.
Well, see, that would be good, because that would be her
'Cause
first haircut, wouldn't it?
It will be her first, because I know we went to Patty, my hairdresser. Mom was getting her hair done, and so after school and daycare, we had swung in to see Nana at the hairdresser, because Wyatt has went to a barber before, super scared,
Terrified.
wouldn't sit on Robert's lap. When anything, we know the barber. I went to school with him. I mean, the whole shebang. Nope, not gonna happen. So Robert got us cool haircut as he was there, because we felt like, well, you might as well take the spot, pay for your haircut, whatever. And so we went into Patty, and so they could see what would happen, because Harper's never got her haircut. Wyatt gets buzzed at home. We do it that way, and it was cool. I think she liked it. She was a little nervous, but Patty has purple hair, so that was pretty cool.
Cool
But I don't know what it came down to. And Wyatt sat in the chair and got trimmed, because he has really fine hair, and he had some flyaways that Patty saw, so she snipped some of those off for him. Harper didn't want to sit in the chair though that day,
So
I
Harper
don't know.
doesn't like strangers.
No, so I don't know. I think if it came down to it, she might be too afraid to do it. But if it was Tracy,
But she loves Tracy.
Yeah, if it was Tracy, I don't think she'd even think twice.
We'll have to plan that.
Yeah, she'd
Do a
probably
little
like it.
trim.
Yeah, because all she needs is just needs it all cleaned up, and then we can clip in her pink hair extensions.
Oh.
She's on it. And sadly, Brittany and Aurora. So Aurora is 2 months younger than Harper. They are battling pink hair also, because Aurora wants hair like aunties.
Yes.
Aurora and I had to talk about my hair this weekend.
Isn't there some sort of like a chalk stuff though that
You
the kids can put in?
So you can, but Aurora's hair is so dark. It's so like chocolatey. Her color doesn't stay. But she has hot pink extensions that Brittany already bought her. But Aurora knows I don't have pink extensions in my hair. She knows what those look like. And I told her that,
she's the only brunette.
She is. And she's got chocolate brunette hair. And so her and I were talking. And I said, well, you can't dye your hair. I said, it's really bad for my hair. So I let her feel my hair. And my hair actually feels really good for being dyed. And then we feel her hair. And I said, can you feel the difference? She's like, well, yeah. And I said, so that's the difference. I said, my hair dyes. Every time I bleach it, it's dying. I'm hurting my hair really, really bad. And she's like, well, I don't want my hair to dye. And I said, well, you can't make it pink. I said, when you're older and you can afford to get your hair done and your hair's had all of this time to grow and to cut and to grow and to cut, it'll be super, super healthy. Like big and strong like you'll be or whatever. So we talked about it. And she was okay. By the time she left,
She was all
she
right.
was game with hair extensions. And I told her the same thing because she wanted to know, well, will Harper get hair like mine? And I said, Harper will not have hair like mine. Harper has beautiful red hair, and she's got little girl hair like yours. I said, so she can't. She needs, I'm going to have to go buy her pink extensions like you have, so she can have pink hair like me. Oh, okay.
That was the other
Okay.
thing on the comments, is everybody said the same thing. Everybody
Is
said,
it unanimous? No.
I totally agree with you. Do not. That pretty red hair.
Yeah, people pay good money for that color. Yeah. So I talked to Petty, though, because there is, like, the chalk thing, or there's this
I feel
funny
like I bought that for
spray-in stuff that's a little, it'll stay maybe like 2 days versus just the day, and it won't transfer like the chalk does. But Patty wasn't sure it'd show up on red hair. And of course it wouldn't show. It shows really good on Eliza. Eliza has the chalk and the spray. But she's, strawberry blonde. So, yeah. So I just said, well, I'm just going to do extensions and not even worry about it. Because
clip-ins are a way better plan.
Yeah. Because I don't want her to all of a sudden be out there coloring with sidewalk chalk and then, we'll just, put stuff in my hair.
Right.
And I feel like, again, being red hair, I would never put Kool-Aid in my kids' hair because that never comes out.
No, don't do that. Just say no.
Don't do Kool-Aid. So yeah, I had to have a heart-to-heart with Aurora and pink hair. Starting a family frenzy.
Yes. Seems like a good idea because Auntie did it.
Right?
Yes. All right, so let's see. So you guys went out to dinner this weekend, played with all of the...
Yes.
You got all of the kids to come over, which was really fun. We, for those of you guys that follow us on Facebook, you might have seen that Sam and I, and Tracy was down there also. Sam and I went to the moonlight paddle at Soap Lake. Tracy did not get in the kayak. Tracy was just on our team and helped us get everything done. So we'll share pictures in case you're not on Facebook. But so what happens is once a year we have the moonlight paddle in Soap Lake, and I think that there's quite a few different communities that do that if you have lakes or rivers or streams or whatever. But we always do it in August with a full moon, and this is the second or maybe the third year in a row that we've had two full moons in August, blue moon. And so anyway, it was this last weekend. It was Saturday night. And so what we do is they have races during the day, and they have SUP and kayak and canoe, and then after the races, then barbecue and whatever, and then at 7:00 we all go down to the shoreline, and we decorate our kayaks again, paddle boards, canoes, whatever, and then we go out into the lake at night, and so it's kind of fun. And then we kind of paddle around a little bit, and there's always a contest. So there's usually, and I think that the prizes kind of change each year. We had different categories. It's just sort of dependent, but I think this year they had best dressed captain. They had the most lights or best. I think before we've had something about music, because sometimes people have music on their craft, and then there's always the best decorated craft on the water. I got first.
You got... That's cool!
And what's kind of fun is that I've always been on the planning part of it.
Yeah.
I've never, ever been able to actually do it because I'm the one that is lining up the judges, getting everybody in the water, counting, make sure everybody comes out of the water. Yeah. There's always people that, drink a little too much, and so we always have to worry about all of that and make sure that we all kind of stay corralled because it is dark, and that's why we require that you have light on your craft, and then we make sure that you come in when everybody else comes in. But there was no wind. It was beautiful. It was like 85 degrees. It was really nice. But anyway, so mine was, I think in keeping with the Soap Lake theme and all of the bubbles, I was in a bathtub. Had all these bubbles, and it was, we blew up all these bubbles, and by we, I mean Tracy. So I think there was 80 balloons. I blew up 2, and I thought I was going to faint. I did not have enough air in my cheeks, and I could not do it. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life, and I could not do it. Sam tried doing it, and she could do it, but she had to do it like in spurts.
Oh,
and which was funny. And then Tracy just
coming in for the win, huh?
Ties them. I thought, dang it, man, she could blow them up and tie them faster than we could hook them. We had one of those plastic, it's that arch.
Oh, sure, the arch connector.
Yeah.
That
thing was like super slick. You just slide, it's like a keyhole thing. So you put your tied part of your balloon in there and lock it in there.
Yeah,
and then we could just, so we put those on there. But the fault in my design was that I thought, I had this all in my head, and I thought that my oar would fit underneath the balloons. It did not fit underneath my balloons. And my balloons, there were so many that it came up to like here. And so for me to oar, I had to go this way and oar. And then, of course, it was all wet, and then I had to go this way, so the getting wet, it wasn't cold, so that wasn't such a big deal. But trying to do that's
a whole other muscle.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I can be out on the lake all day, and it's fine. But doing it that way, oh, absolutely
you almost needed
not.
Split oars.
Yeah,
kind of, sort of, on a kayak. I don't know how that happens, but
it was a case of one of those. How does that work? That pretty shoes, but you can't walk very far. That was what happened. So. And
then
anyway,
Sam, if you saw, Sam was a cute watermelon.
A watermelon. She was really cute. And all she did was, not all she did, it was super, super clever, but it was because of the green rind. And she thought, gosh, I just keep thinking watermelon. So we got a red.
Because she was on a green kayak.
On the green kayak. We got a red tablecloth, and then we cut seeds out of duct tape. And just put them on there, and then she had a red poncho. And then the best part is we also cut up a watermelon, and so she's passing out watermelon to spectators and other kayakers and the judges. And it was really nice. So it was really fun. We had a really, really good time. And then the other thing, though, is that sometimes we do like this little kayak parade. And so they had them go all the way down to West Beach and back, which is a long ways. And I did not do that because of the way that I was doing. Plus, it was getting super, super dark, and I kept losing balloons. Yeah. So as I was oaring, you worry about wildlife and balloons. They'll eat them because they don't know what they are. So I was freaking out a little bit that some of my balloons were coming off. So I went in and loaded up, and but awesome. had a really, really good time. We've already planned what we're gonna do next year. Yeah, we have big plans, so we start that already. And
awesome.
Anyway, so and speaking of big plans, we have other fun things that are planned. Newsletter. Did we already mention that newsletter went out?
Yes.
Did I already say that? We're going to put, I did, because then I said I'm going to tell you at the end dates. Yes. So some of the other things that we have planned is bra auction. So every October we do a fundraiser for people that are struggling with breast cancer. And so we take nominations of people that you might know. There might be friends, neighbors, somebody in your guild, family member, and all we want to do is we just raise money and we send them a check. It's just a check. They cash it. They can spend it any way they want. Some people might have issues with some of those added expenses from time off work or traveling or deductibles or medications or prosthetics or wigs or whatever. Or maybe what you want is just to go get your hair done and go get your nails done or something else that's kind of fun. We don't ask how you're going to spend the money. We just send a nice card, an encouraging card, and a check, and say, go do something fun or necessary on us, whatever you decide. So in previous years, we have asked you to nominate people, and then we pair them with somebody who's, all of us here make something. And so if we sold an item for $400, this Lisa then gets his $400. And if Roseanne, we sell Roseanne's item and she gets $1,500. That's just how we've always done it. But we're changing it up this year. Thanks to Tracy came up with this, which I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner. But instead of assigning people a sponsor, I guess, is that how we used to always call it? Mm-hmm. An item. We're going to have the people that we're going to help, however many that is, and then we're going to have the items that we're going to sell. We're going to sell all of those items, live auction. We'll also have just a donate now button. And all of that money that we raise, we are going to divide equally.
That's a way better idea.
Way better idea.
I mean, and bookkeeping wise.
Way better idea.
Yeah, because we could start with like 2 or 3 nomination people, do some auctioning. Say, okay, here's some more people we need to think about.
People.
Oh, that's a fabulous idea.
Way better idea. Way better
Super
idea.
Good.
Yeah, because then last year too, we added to make sure that everybody got a minimum of whatever it was, $450. I don't remember what it was, but some people made several $1,000s, and so this way we're just going to kind of separate it out a little. I mean, keep it equal. So the way that you can participate is if you have somebody that you'd like to nominate, let us know. Email info@fabricpatch.net. What we would like is your name and where you're from, maybe how long you've been quilting. You do not have to send in an item in support of this person. Just nominate this person. Tell us about the person, where they live, their cancer, anything that you feel like you can share. We do not have to share last names. We don't have to share your last name or her last name unless you want us to. Otherwise, I think in previous years we've only said first name.
Yeah.
We have not shared details, specific details. So we'll share that information. If you have a picture and a picture that can be shared, that would also be great, but it totally doesn't matter. And then, so that's one way you can participate. The other way, if you have something you want to send, it's just going to be a live auction. We're going to move fairly quickly. We have a lot of things. We've done bras, we've done quilts, we've done frogs, we've done table runners, we've done retreats, wall hangings. We'll have all of those things. So in any way that you want to participate, it is for breast cancer, so we tend to do more pink things, but it doesn't have to be. It can be anything at all. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Send anything for the live auction, which will be, it's that third Friday in October, maybe 21st. Oh, don't quote me on that. It'll be in the newsletter. It's going to be that third Friday. It'll be an evening item, an evening auction, and we will have a donate now button. And I think we're going to turn that on maybe about a week before, because then we'll turn it off that night so that we can send all of our checks and all of our cards out on Monday.
Fabulous.
So anyway, so that is coming up.
Great idea.
We always get really excited about that.
Yeah, it's
both
fun.
Tracy and I we always get drunk on ideas. I'm going to make this. Oh, and this and this. And anyway, we need to reel it in because we need to get that done. So anyway, so that's coming up in October, but we're going to keep mentioning it a little bit.
And as donations for the bra auction come in, we will share that. In box openings, maybe here on FabriChat.
Yeah.
So there won't necessarily be a preview unless you're watching box openings and that kind of thing. Those are going to be your previews.
Yeah.
So if you are interested to know what's going to be for sale on that particular night, just watch some box openings here and there. And as I bet by the end of this month, it'll just be every box opening will have something to share.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so
That'll
too.
start happening
And
pretty
so
fast.
we'll keep advertising
Super
that,
cool.
which will be really good.
The other tidbit, if you nominate somebody, you do not have to send in a donation. Or if you donate something, you don't have to have a nominee.
Right.
It totally doesn't matter. It is just a collaboration, and we're all going to help whoever needs it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Women helping women. And then speaking of collaboration, there's something I'm involved in that I'm super, super excited about. I haven't talked about it yet, but now we're into September, so it's time to start unveiling this, and there'll be more information about it in the newsletter, and then I think I'm going to talk about it also on Sunday, but it's called Quiltmas. And there are 12 quilters, creators on YouTube, and all of us have gotten together virtually. And we've all shared, there's some people from England, there's one from Australia.
Oh, that's cool. You're
really
all over.
fun. We're all over, and what we're going to do is we've all sent fabric to each other. The only thing was that it had to be Christmas fabric, it had to be the ugliest fabric you could find.
Love it.
I know. And so we sent backward, and you have to use all of them. And you have to make something. And there was a size thing, but, and then what's going to happen is then we give away the item that we make.
Oh, cool.
So we create a video, so it's some sort of a tutorial. So I'm going to show you, I've picked what I'm doing, I've already started it, and I've already started the little video process. And so when it's my turn to show what I've done, I'm teaching you something. I also have a giveaway, a Notion giveaway, and then I will give away at the end, I'll give away the project that I've made.
Oh, cool.
So I know. So it's really, really cool. Really, really fun. And all 12 of us will do that. All 12 of us have a Notion giveaway, and all 12 of us are giving away our things. And so you just have to and each time we'll show our thing and introduce the next person that comes up the next week. And so we'll wrap this up before Christmas, but they're all kind of small projects. And
awesome.
Anyway, super, super fun. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun just to watch, and some really good creators that we're involved with. So we'll have more information about that on Sunday, and all of the information will be in the newsletter about that. So let's see. And then what else? I already mentioned the live YouTube on Monday.
Yes.
Did I already mention that?
Yes, this coming Monday.
This coming Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, Quiltmas, bra auction. The other thing was the cougar quilt. So Marge, we showed that
Oh, yeah, the raffle quilt last week.
Last week. Her raffle quilt, Wheat Country Quilters is, I think, the group's name. And we still have that up. If it's easier for you to buy a ticket on our website, we're going to leave it up for one more week. I think the drawing is September 19th. So we'll take it down. It'll be up this week. So I think we'll mention it one last time on Sunday, and we're going to take it down right after the live show. On Monday. And then that way we can, all we're doing is we'll collect your $1, and then we fill out the ticket for you in your name and give the $1 to Marge. So that's how that works. So if it's easier for you.
And they are raffling off they do it once a year, sometimes twice a year, just for their more expensive expenses. They get machines donated every once in a while, fabric donated, but you need batting for quilting them, you need the thread for quilting them, large pieces for backing. So those are the things they fundraise for, to be able to provide those things so they can create full quilts, whether it's going to a mission, third world country, or I know they're going to do a lot for the fires.
We have a lot of local fires
over there, so they'll do fire relief quilts also. So they had the perfect timing to do their raffle. So
yeah,
and it's just $1 ticket.
Yeah,
$1 ticket. All right.
And then let's see, what's the quote behind us?
Oh, this is Under the Sea. I think we showed this Wednesday.
So we don't have a lot of these kits. We were able to cut a few with some of the fabric that was left. But this is just a really nice pattern anyway. And I don't think we have any extra patterns of this.
No, I do not think we do either.
I think that they're only in the kits.
And your fabric, which is
but what's nice about it is it's kind of a cool pattern. So it's just a panel. There's a couple of borders, and then this, if you look at it, it's actually a Drunkard's Path block is what this is. So just a really cute little border here, and then another border on the outside edge. So we've cut these for you. Those are available. There's a little bit of the fabric still available.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun on Sunday because Sunday we had a kids line, the light batiks. The poppies. Was that it?
And then
it was crazy.
We had poppy kits. We had the snowman kits. There's things right here. You want to talk to them about it. But what else was it?
Yeah, the light batiks.
I was super upset that I had to stay home with my kids on Monday, and I couldn't help.
We left a great big stack for her
they did.
of things that we couldn't do. And then
that is true. Terrible. They didn't let me like
so busy. We were super busy. A lot of big orders. It's kind of fun that sometimes people, because oftentimes it's like, oh, I'm going to get, because we kind of separate it all out. And so for one line, one person will cut all of them from this line. Someone else. Oh, backings. We had all those backings.
Oh, the backings. Gosh, those were so pretty.
Yeah. Pretty. All of the backings. And anyway, a lot of you guys got a little bit from each one.
Oh, that makes it hard.
I know.
Then you have to pass it to the next person. And we are really particular on making sure that we cut the orders in the order that they were received. Yeah. Because every once in a while there is a fluke thing, maybe a miscut on our half, a partial bolt. They'll wrap 7 yards on a bolt and then it'll be cut and they'll wrap on more. Sometimes there are those freak things that the last person thinks they're going to get 2 yards, and maybe they do get 2 yards, but it's in 2 pieces or whatever. So we try to be really careful to make sure that if
your order number 80, but she was order number 72.
So we try to make sure we put them in order just to be sure that the people who got it first got it, and those last few, if there's any weird substitute that has to happen a little bit short in 2 pieces, we call you, let you know that, and then you still hopefully get what you want. But
the other thing though that also happens is that if you're the last one, because Brianna puts a buffer,
98% of the time,
there's always an extra half yard that she doesn't count for, that it's just like an insurance piece. And so then that way, if we're cutting it funny or, there's something else going on. And so then whoever is that last piece to get it, if it's less than a half yard, we know that it's just not accounted for, and we throw it in. And we always write a little plus and say, woohoo, end of bolt bonus. Yeah. And so
98% of the time, it's what you're getting. You get a little extra kickback. But there's those fluke ones.
Every once in a while.
But that's the fun part.
Yeah. So anyway, we were exhausted because she had no daycare and had to stay home. And Monday was a holiday for other people, but not for us. We had too many orders to do. But what was really fun is that this was the hot seller, was the Snowman Table Runner. So we put 18 of those kits on, and they sold out in under 3 hours.
Yeah, super fast. So Mom texted me, hey, did you forget to do that? And I said, no, they got it. They out.
So we put more on, and then we put more on, and so we're going to cut more of these today. They're very, very simple to cut. I mean, we threw in, it's the pattern, the buttons, it's even the fusible web, the backing, the binding, everything for $39.
The only thing you're missing is a scrap piece of batting.
Yeah.
We figured you probably have that somewhere.
And the other thing too for not putting in the batting is that I really like a table runner. I might put it on the wall. I might turn it into something different. But the other thing I've started doing is I've started turning them into pillows, the little bench pillows, because of a little bench that I have just in my entryway. So because at some point you have too many Christmas table runners already. I mean, I don't know that there's such a thing as that. But if you're making it for yourself, or if you're making a couple of them, but. Anyway, so, and this one is super, super fast, so really easy to do. But one thing that I wanted to mention is with the buttons. So we do put all of the buttons. They will be pretty similar to what you see here, but of course there's sort of a mishmash of buttons here, and we have mixed.
Mishmash. Mishmash is good.
Isn't it
mixed? It's mix. Isn't it mix?
Mismatched.
Yes, mismatched.
Mismatched. Oh, that's hard to say. Why is it hard to say for me? Mismatched.
Eyeballs.
The eyeballs are different sizes.
We did that on purpose.
Yeah, we did that on purpose. So that's what's in there. And the other thing that I'm a little worried about, I feel like I need to say it just to prevent all of the emails. I think in the first kits that went out, I think I forgot the brown.
Did you?
I think I might have. So if you don't have a little piece of brown batik, that's what we were putting in there, because I love brown batik because it's either side. I want the picture here. And it's just a tiny little piece, but there's a possibility that if some of you were the first ones...
Put in your notes or send us an email. I
could throw in one for you, or it's just a piece of brown. Yeah. So that's what's missing.
You might miss your sticks. Oh,
sorry.
The other thing is your buttons. 2 ways. I mean, these are stitched down with like DMC floss or whatever. That's not in your kit to stitch them down, whatever thread you want. But stitch them down if you think for any reason in its entire life that you might wash it. If you hot glue it down, fabric glue it down, you can do that. Some of them are shanked buttons, so those are going to be a little harder to glue down. But after you get washed and fondled, they could fall off, and then you'd have to reattach and hope the dog didn't get the button first. So I would stitch those down.
Yeah.
And you can stitch them when these were stitched down when it was entirely done. The stitches all the way through to the back side. And especially if you're taking it to a long arm quilter or you're going to quilt it yourself, it's a lot easier to quilt without those buttons in your way. Mm-hmm. So do it at the very last bit. After you put your binding on, sit on the couch, stitch your buttons down, and then hang your little snowman up.
And 2 more things about this is that we do just a raw edge fusible applique. And then what's kind of nice is that you might end up with a little bit of little raw edge little things there, but I like that. That's there on purpose because it really does look like a scarf, which is kind of fun. The other thing that I want to mention is that if you're doing a bunch of table runners, because oftentimes people say, well, I'll go ahead and take the pattern in the kit just so I see what's in there, and then they're going to create more kits from their stash.
Oh, sure.
So if you're going to do that, what you can do with a table runner, I do this all the time. Maybe I should just show somebody sometime how to do this. You put on your backing on your long arm, put your batting on there, and then just take some 505 adhesive spray and put your table runner down and quilt it. Roll up, put your next one down, quilt it, roll up, put your next one down. That way you really can go ahead and do them quickly on your long arm, trim everything up, put your binding on, and you're good to go.
The only thing is you'll have the same color backing at the same time. The other thing you can do that I've done in the past is sew those pieces together. So those half-yard cuts, So I have 8 different half-yard cuts sewn together to put on my long arm, because we've all been there if you're a long arm quilter. Those are the worst things ever, to pin on a half. It takes you longer to put your project on than it is to quilt it.
Right.
But then you'll just know to separate at seams, roll. Okay, here's my next one. And it's so fast. Who cares if it's the same batting site? style. You're going to use it for everyone anyways. Just make sure you have a long enough piece. And batting for your runner can be anything. It can be the table runner batting. Again, that's 15 inches wide by however many yards you want. You can do a chunk of Warm and Natural. You could use your scraps. Use your batting tape. Use your scraps. Put those together. Another fan favorite is the Thermore batting. It's super lightweight. It's polyester. It's usually made with doing wearable art. It makes it really lightweight, but that one's a good one too.
And some people will put Insole Bright, and I've done that before. I have some table runners that I do have the Insole Bright on because they really are for when you're having a buffet or family style dinner. You can put that down, and since it's insulated, instead of having all of the pot holders, you can put everything on there, and it works great. Yeah, but something like this, I would not put food on this.
No. What if that bun gets melted?
Ain't not gonna happen.
And
so this is like
sloshed.
The guest towel in the bathroom. Yeah. You don't really have your hands on it.
You remove this and then you put the other one down.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is just for table
Clean
decoration.
off the table to put the table together.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Totally.
We all know. Yeah. All right. I think that's it. And then Daisy House Tour. When are they going to see that?
They should do that tomorrow. So last week, Mom and I went.
For you guys to see it.
Yeah, it's so cool. We went and toured the entire Daisy house and did a full trunk show. So you see every quilt thing hanging. And it's just a little bit of a longer video, but I think you'll really enjoy it.
It's long, but part of it is for you to see our second retreat facility. You can see where it is and what it looks like inside, which is kind of fun. We show you how we do it. But the other thing that's really nice, that's what takes so much time, is the trunk show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, certainly most of the quilts in there are our pattern, and some of them the fabric is still available. Many they're not, but anyway,
it's cool,
super fun.
So you should it should air tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what time it'll air, but make sure you subscribe, and then you'll get a little ding that we posted a video, and it'll be a little fun little trunk show.
All
right. We'll see you tonight for box opening.
Yes. Bye. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at FabricPatch.net.